opening up the special town meeting of December 9th, 2019. If we could all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Good evening. I welcome you all to Dighton Special Town Meeting of December 9, 2019. I am Susanna Maderas, your town clerk. I open tonight's special town meeting under Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 39, because our town moderator is out of state. Before the scheduling of tonight's meeting, a moderator informed the Board of Selectmen about his unavailability for tonight's meeting. However, owing to the urgency of the business of tonight's meeting, the board wished to convene this meeting as early as possible. Next order of business is to accept nominations from the floor to elect a temporary moderator who will preside over tonight's meeting. May I please have a nomination from the floor, providing the name and address of the nominee? Are there any nominations?
Madam Clerk, I move that we appoint Gary Scott Dingus of 2408 Maynard Lane as our temporary moderator for this meeting.
I have a motion and second to appoint Gary Dingus of 2408 Maynard Lane to be our temporary moderator for tonight's meeting. Are there any other nominations from the floor? Hearing no other nominations from the floor, we will take a hand vote. All in favor of Gary Scott Dingus being temporary moderator for tonight's meeting, please raise your hand. How many? Thank you. I declare that Gary Scott Dingus of 2408 Maynard Lane has been elected as temporary moderator for tonight's meeting. If you could please come forward so I can swear him in as temporary moderator. Scott, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that you will faithfully and impartially discharge and perform all the duties incumbent upon you as the temporary town moderator, which term of the office expires with this dissolution of tonight's meeting, in accordance with the laws of the Commonwealth of Mass and the bylaws of the town of Dighton? So help you God.
I do.
Thank you. Turn it over to Scott. Let me get all this stuff out of your way. No, didn't I give it to you already?
Nope.
Okay, hold on.
No, I got the motions.
Yeah.
The cheat sheet.
Cheat sheet. That's my cheat sheet. This is your cheat sheet. Sure I didn't give it to you now. Follow this one. Maybe you can follow this one. You'll be pretty organized. I guess I'm not tonight. Oh, you know what? It's underneath.
Is that it? Oh.
That's it. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Tonight's warrant, are there any preliminary motions?
I move that we dispense with the reading of the warrant.
There is a motion which has been made and seconded as read. Is there any discussion, debate, or questions? Really detailed. Take a vote. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Moderator, I move that we dispense with the reading of the articles and that reference to them be made by number and content.
Hearing a motion second. Any questions? Hearing none. Take a vote. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the town consider adjournment this evening at 11 p.m.
Motion made and second. Any questions? Hearing none. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the town hear the reports of town officials.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Are there any reports from any town officials or committees? Selectmen? Finance?
Finance Committee will give its recommendations during the articles.
Assessors? School Committee? Any other officials or committees? Hearing none. Article 1. Did I skip something? Oh, Article 2? Sorry.
Mr. Moderator, move that the town vote to authorize a total expenditure of $80,000, of which $40,000 is to be raised and appropriated, and $40,000 is to be transferred from the ambulance fund to fund FY20 personnel expenses covered under the recently settled firefighters union collective bargaining agreement. The Finance Committee recommends.
Is there a recommendation by the Select Board?
We recommend.
Any questions?
Thomas Berkman, 3076 Huntersville Drive. The question I had, I'm not in any kind of opposition to any procedure for this, but I was just curious, who negotiates the contracts with unions? Can I ask that question? That's not right, right?
Yes. No. This year, the town administrator, in conjunction with, in consultation with the Board of Selectmen, did it.
Okay, is there a legal counsel that's present?
Yes.
I meant at the negotiation.
No.
That's fine. I wanted to get the answer to that. Thank you.
Any other questions on Article 2? Hearing none, take a vote. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Article 2 carries. Article 3.
Mr. Moderator, move that the town vote to transfer from certified free cash in the Treasury an amount not to exceed $79,000 to be expended by the fire chief to purchase firefighters' gear for members of the fire department.
Is there a recommendation by the Finance Committee?
Finance Committee recommends.
Is there a recommendation by the Selectmen? It's made. Article 3 has been made and carried and seconded. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Article 4.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the town vote to raise and appropriate a sum not to exceed $100,785.72 to fund a settlement agreement with the firefighters union. Finance Committee recommends.
What was the funding source on that one?
Raise and appropriate.
Is there a recommendation by the Finance Committee?
That was a Finance Committee recommendation.
Oh, you recommend. Is there a recommendation by the board?
Board of Selectmen recommends.
Did you get that, sir? Yeah. Motion made and seconded. Any questions on Article 4? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Article 5.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the town vote to raise and appropriate a sum of $646.41 to pay a prior year bill as printed in the warrant for special town meeting on December 9th, 2019.
Is there a Finance Committee recommendation?
Finance Committee recommends.
Is there a Selectman recommendation? So just a reminder, this is a prior year bill, so it requires a 9/10 majority. We'll first take a voice vote. If it's not unanimous, we'll go to a hand vote. Is there any questions? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Article 6.
Motion to resolve them to be.
Motion made, that's a non-discussion motion. All in favor? All opposed? Meeting adjourned.